Hi there, this is Tracy from Lavinia Stamps, and today we're going to be demoing with one of our new gel presses from the combo kit that Ranger have introduced. 3 different gel presses. There's the large one here, which is fantastic for background papers. You can stamp straight onto that size or you could just cut them up accordingly to whatever you work with. The DL size, which is one of my favourites, that's the one I like to work with quite a lot. And then we've got our really small round one. So I am going to be demoing with all of them at some point, but today I'm going to be using my favourite, which is the DL size. Okay, so here it is, brand new. As you can see, it is a little bit like a piece of jelly. If you can keep it on the acetate, it's far easier to move around. I've got that on a wad of paper here, which I use for stamping with. I'll tell you about that later. Okay, so I'm going to start with our Speedball soft rubber roller, and this is our colour box pumpkin. Now all we're going to do is ink up and transfer that colour straight onto the gel press. Like so. Okay, I hope you can see that okay. The sun's just come out, so we've got a bit of a stripe going across the paper. Never mind, we will plod on. Okay, so I'm sure some of you have seen me work with the brushos on the gel press. It gives a fantastic result. I love it, and I know that many of you really like and enjoy using the brushos on them too. So that's what I'm demoing here today. You need a fan brush. That really does help you sprinkle the brusho ink out evenly across your gel press. So picking a colour, I've just picked a few random colours here, added the water to the brushos ready. So I'm going to start with a yellow. And what I tend to do is just flick the colour. I always start with a lighter colour in the centre because I'm thinking this is going to be our focal point, and I want that to remain quite light so that when I stamp into the image it really does stand out. So hence why I'm using a yellow or a lighter colour in the middle of the gel press. Okay, so let's have a look what other colours. It's too much choice. We'll go, I think this is the crimson. Just take that around the edge. And let's try a bit of the moss green. Which is a little bit darker. Okay, you don't need any more than 2 or 3 colours on. as you know with brushes, you put too much on all at once and it can be a little bit brown and murky when you actually see the result. So keep it simple. That would be my advice anyway. Okay, so I'm using our multifarious card here, which is a super smooth, really thick, good quality card. I think it's a 330 GSM. And I use this simply because it takes a lot of water and it doesn't buckle. With it being super smooth as well, it means we can stamp straight onto it, and it's sharp, believe me, it gives you all the detail. So pop that down. Just smooth that over, just be gentle. And there we have it. That's just amazing, isn't it? I mean, that's nice just as it is, without actually even stamping onto it. But we are going to stamp onto it. Okay. So I'm just going to clean that off. Now, because it's water-based, it will dry very, very quickly. I haven't got my dryer here with me, so I'm just going to give that a little bit of a fan. Okay. I'm going to leave a little bit of a border on. So just taking a little bit off around the edge. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to use our new crow set today, but first of all we need like something for them to sit on. So I'm going to be brave and draw a line straight across here. I'm sure if some of you aren't confident with that, then just use a ruler, that would be fine. Make sure my pen's working. Okay, that's not bad. Okay. So using our small block, because we're only using small stamps, which I recommend because it stops the rock. If you've got a stamp that suits the block or a block that suits the stamp. Inking up in the VersaFine Clair Nocturne, which is our black. Okay, I'm just going to test that first. There we go. I always find the more you use the stamps, the better they are. So I'm just going to stamp off a couple of times. There we go. Okay, so let me just think which ones are going where. That's fine. So we'll pop him down first. Just leave him on there for a while. Let the ink soak into the card. There we go. Next one. And lastly, there we go. Okay, so I've just got a little bit missing here on the crow, so I'm just going to touch that up because it'll annoy me otherwise. Okay. Now you can see from this how important your card is. I'm stamping there onto fibrous paper and you can see how the fibres come through. Stamping onto a really smooth card, you don't get that. So that's how important your card is. Okay, so we have our crows sitting on a line. And now we're going to take a moon, which is just a piece of acetate, and we're going to pop that over the top like so, and then using a smoothie, and this time Fantasia we're going to use. Test it first. Make sure that you haven't got too much on. It's always best to build your colour rather than put too much on all at once. And then we're going to just work our way around the edge. There we go. Isn't that amazing? It just looks so fab. Okay, right. Moving on. We're going to take one of our border stamps. Pop that down. Again on the right size block. And we're going to ink up in Fantasia again. And I'm going to pop these down on the edge now, just giving it a little bit of a grungy look. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to use a different colour now to go around the edge here. Yeah, maybe we'll go with the glamorous. And all that's doing now is just filling in the white areas, making it not look quite as stark. So again, just build that up like so. Okay. So just a couple of things left. I'm going to use my jelly roll, the glitter one, and I'm going to go around the edge of the moon. I just think this makes it stand out that little bit more. You might not be able to see that, but it honestly, it does. It looks really so much nicer actually. And again, I'm going to go along the edge of the wire that they're sitting on. I do hope that you can get that on camera. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to use my fan brush again, and this time I'm going to be using the Brusho Sprinkle It, the copper, which is like a ultra fine mica. Now I've mixed it with a bit of water, and again using my fan brush I'm going to sort of put my hand over the crows because I don't want to cover them in mica, and I'm just going to flick a little bit about. Like so. Now you can leave it like that to dry, or we can just simply smooth that over, and that flattens it down straight away and it just gives you a slightly different effect. I hope you can see that. The mica though in the Brushos is just stunning when it's done this way. Just looks really sort of mixed media, grungy. I really like the effect anyway. I hope you do, and I hope you've enjoyed watching me demo this. I really enjoyed doing it, so thanks for watching guys, and see you again.